Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome all of you with an Indian greeting. Namaste, India. So today we have a guest named Rashi who is coming all the way from Rajasthan. So let's welcome to Rashi.
Thank
So
you.
Rashi, how are you now?
I am fine, sir. And how are you?
Yeah, I'm doing great. Thank you so much for asking. So before jumping into the conversation, let's introduce yourself.
Okay. As you know, my name is Rashi Gupta. I belongs from Rajasthan, and I am a homemaker. And I am also running a YouTube channel named Learn English with Rashi. And on that YouTube channel, I uploaded some kind of shorts, some kind of long videos. Not only conversation videos, I uploaded grammar topics also. And in short form, I uploaded all those things like phrasal verbs, idioms, which I can explain in 30 minutes. So I uploaded these things on daily basis. And if you talk about my qualifications, then I have done my master's in English literature. And if you talk about my hobbies, then I am a bibliophile person. I love to read books. Nowadays, I am reading a book named The Magic. And besides that, I love to decorate my house. I am that kind of person who loves something like perfectionism.
Yeah,
So I
okay.
always try to do things at that level. So it takes time also. That's all about. Thank you.
Okay, it was nice introduction of yours. So before asking the question, should I introduce myself or like
Yeah,
can
of
I go ahead?
course. Yeah. You should also
Okay,
introduce yourself as we are meeting very first time.
sure, sure. As you already know, my name is Vikas. I'm from Madhya Pradesh, the center part of India, and the city where I live is Indore, the cleanest city of India. And as far as my qualification is concerned, I have done my graduation. During my graduation, also started doing a job. I would work in a BPO industry as a customer care executive, where I would handle customers from US and Canada. And 1.5 year ago, I left everything, like talking about my job and all like that. And since then, I've been working on my communication skill and learning about stock market. That is my passion that I want to do. That's the reason I left it. The major reason. And the third, recently, 4 months or 5 months ago, I would say I started a YouTube channel where I'm creating English conversational videos, solo videos, storytelling videos, vlogging, and a kind of short comedy shorts and all like that. So that's all about me.
So you have lots of things on your plate to do,
Yeah, actually,
like
I'm trying
stock
to do.
market, blogging, speaking, fluency, everything. You are working on different parts of your life.
Yeah, it's necessary if a person wants to do something big, not just an ordinary thing. So that person needs to do something big. So actually, I've been following my passions when it comes to stock market for more than 5 years. I've been learning about it, and now I'm at this stage that I can proudly say that I can be a millionaire maybe within 5 years.
Okay, that's great. That's a zeal you have. That is wonderful.
Yeah. So, as you also mentioned that you are a book lover, right? And I'm also trying to, it's really hard for me to read books, but still I'm trying to do it. It's the third book I'm reading nowadays. Like the third book is going on. It's just started, but the two books that I read now, so it was a kind of difficult for me. I read, but I couldn't understand the motto behind the book,
Okay.
right? The reason is that vocabulary. Whenever I read books, so I struggle with vocabulary. I'm not able to understand the meaning. So at the time, I just search and all like that. So what would you like to recommend me to read? What kind of book should I read? Because I am very bad at vocabulary.
That's not a major thing. It happens with everyone. As you ask about what I should recommend, first of all, I just want to say, just just try to understand what kind of books you like. I am talking about your interest. I mean, I am a person who can easily read non-fiction books. As the book I mentioned, The Magic, is totally about gratitude, how a person can feel gratitude in his life. There is no story, no hero, no heroine. Something, nothing is like that in that book. But if you are a person who loves that kind of stories, and I will say if you are that person who loves, who have interest in some mysterious kind of stories, then just upload, then just take those books first, you know.
Okay.
And if you are talking about vocabularies, then what I do, and this trick works for me, and I just share it with everyone. whenever someone asks for vocabulary. What I do whenever a new vocab comes in front of me, then I had a highlighter. I has a highlighter whenever I read a book, and I have a notepad and a pen. Whenever a new cap comes in front of us, then what I do, I just highlight that word and try to write its easiest synonym beside it. You know, I never write Hindi mean beside it. If there was nothing, then I will write a Hindi mean. But if there is a single synonym of English language which is known for me, then I will write it down and then just write it down. After that, I will make three sentences with that vocabulary so that I can fix that vocabulary in my mind. And you know, this trick is game changing. I know you will feel that the chain is breaking within that reading, but just try to read only a single paragraph or a half of a page. Not just try to read as much as you can. You know, it will be the waste of time and you will not grasp anything. But if you will able to understand those language and those vocabularies which are new to us, then it will build your confidence. And after then you will be able to grasp the mean, the gist of that book.
Okay.
In
So
starting, it will take efforts, but with time it will become smooth to you.
So, what's happening nowadays, like I started, following the same strategy that you are telling, but it's taking a lot of time. Like, even though, like, when it comes to only one page, it's taking 2 hours because I see a lot of vocabularies, and whenever I search, I use ChatGPT, and so it gives me a lot of synonyms and also create a story about those words and all like that. So, it consume a lot of time. So, am I going in a right way or
Yeah,
wrong way?
I think if you are saying that a single page have consumed 2 hours of your day, so I think there is something wrong, because just try to make a strategy that I will give only 10 minutes for my reading, and in
Okay.
that 10 minutes I will read only a single paragraph. Don't go for bigger part. You know, when you will able to complete that short task which you have fixed in your mind, then you will feel confident. Now you
Okay.
will feel burdened. You know, sometime you will feel monotonous, that it will take 2 hours for me to complete a single page. Don't go for a long time.
But you know what happens, like if I'm searching only one word, so ChatGPT gives me so many words.
It happens,
They create a story, and
but
in
you
that
have
story,
to
yeah,
fix you have to fix only when you try to understand that word mean in that context. You know, in English a
okay.
single word have different levels, different meanings in Hindi, but you have to grasp that meaning which are useful in that context with the paragraph you are reading.
Okay,
Yeah.
got it, got it. And like, how did you learn English language? To be honest, like, did you learn from beginning, from scratch, or like, in the school time, like you also knew about English language in the grammatical parts and all like that, and later on after maybe school maybe during a college you learned it. How did you start?
You know, this journey is going on since my school time. I am the
Okay.
person who loves English language most. I am from a Hindi medium school, you know, and I belongs from a PH. So in that Hindi medium school, at that time we don't have those English teachers who can communicate with us in English properly. So
Yeah.
what I have that excitement, I have that zeal. What this what will we say this word in English? What will we say this word in English? So whenever I find someone who are who is able to give me that word, because at that time we don't have YouTube, at that time we don't have
Right.
personal mobile phones, we don't have all these kind of thing. So that the way I help myself. And the second thing which I want to mention, a show came on the Star Plus, Master Chef. I think it is going on nowadays, I don't know. So the captions, you know, in that captions, all the recipes, ingredients came in English and Hindi both. So I learned all the English means of those spices in English from that show's caption. So this is the way I want that thing heartily. You know, I don't have to put efforts consciously. It has fixed in my subconscious mind. And if you talk about grammar part, then yes, I will say I have learned. I am learning also, because I have also seen that I do mistakes when it comes to speaking. Sometimes I have to use
Okay.
fast, but I use present form. Then I can analyze myself that I have done mistakes at that time. So I am doing both the things. I am doing consciously efforts. I am doing efforts consciously. Sorry, and those things which are easy for me, I am doing them continuously. So the journey is not so much difficult for me. The main challenge what I feel is, first thing is consistency. As a homemaker, we have lots of responsibilities, and I can say it can be an excuse because when you want something, then you will have to do something. And the second thing
Mm.
is partners, co-learners. We don't have those kind of persons in our surroundings that who can communicate with us in proper English. So that's why, I mean, these two things I have to overcome, and I know that I will work on it. So
Okay.
that's
So, you know, the first thing that in your answer that you mentioned about a episode where you watch English subtitles and Hindi subtitles. What is that? Like, whenever I watch any content, I just only see maybe like Hindi subtitles or English. But at the same time, can we see both?
you know when I was kid, I was studying about it. And if you are talking about that those captions, nowadays it also happens. I am the fond of listening. So whenever I see, and nowadays conversation videos are going on YouTube. So what I do whenever I do my house chores, I just put my earphones, and then I just try to listen carefully and attentively those captions. Those vocabulary, those words. I am not a person who just want to see their faces. I don't have any meaning of that.
Okay. Okay, great. And you also mentioned that a person who wants to do something, whether we talk about English or anything, so we need a consistency. So I just want to ask, do you consider yourself as a consistent person or not?
I can say not 100%, not 100%.
Not.
I have to work on this. This is my weakness. I can say what I feel about myself. When any other work comes for me, and sometimes it happens that I can't manage my time for English, for communications, for vocabularies, for reading, and then my priority will transfer to some other work. That time, at the end of the day, I feel guilty, as it was like festival season was going on in Rajasthan. So at that time, I was not able to manage my time.
Okay.
So
And
it happens.
you were saying that like you also started learning English language when you were in school life. But at what age did you realize that you have to focus on English language? Like there was a time when we think consciously think that yeah we have to work on these things because in childhood like maybe we didn't mature enough, but at this certain part of time we realized that yeah we have to focus because it's necessary. So at what age did you realize it?
At what age? It was not much more time before. It was in the month of January 2025 when I realized that I have
This
to,
month, this year.
yeah, I have to focus on my English, and I want to build myself in this English language.
Okay.
Before starting this YouTube channel, I was preparing for some kind of government examinations, and that take too much time. I invested lots of time in that, but that was not working for me. So
Okay.
this year I decided that I have to explore more. I have some. Everyone has some kind of positive point in her or his within her. So that's why I realized, and my partner also supported me, and me and my partner both decided I will focus consciously. I will focus. Now I am analyzing my mistakes also. Now I am doing some efforts. Now I am taking action. So these all things are giving happiness to me, and these all things are making that mindset that I will make things properly as I want.
Okay. So, like, is there any intention to learn English language because you are married? Maybe I don't know whether your family will support you to do anything in the future. Maybe it's a job, whether it's a job or a business, or just you want to improve your communication skill just personally. What is the
Okay, motive. You want to
motive?
ask
Yeah.
motive? Yeah. Yes, I also have a motive because when you have a motive, the journey become more interesting. So yeah, first of all, I want to improve my personality.
Okay.
Whenever I don't have lots of content for when it comes for communication with someone who is stranger for me. So I just want to improve that thing. And the second thing is I have a goal also that I want to. If you are asking, then I can mention. I also want to become an English trainer.
Okay, great. Lovely to
I
hear
don't
that.
want to. Yeah, I don't want to do a 9 to 5 job because I am not that kind of person, you know. So this thing will not fit me. So
Okay.
that's why I want to do something by my own, which will not disturb my personal life, my professional life. I will be able to manage both the things. This is my mindset now, and I just work on those things.
Okay. Do you have any figure? I mean, like, how much time will you take to be an English trainer? Have you ever thought?
Yeah, I have thought. I have some calculations also, but you know, sometimes we do calculations randomly, but when we do it practically, so maybe the limit will be crossed, and it will take time. It takes time actually. You have to build that confidence, you have to build that knowledge, you have to build that skill in your fluency.
Okay.
So that's why I nowadays I am connecting, I'm trying to connect with someone who can communicate with me. So all those actions I am taking, but if you are talking about time duration, then I don't have any particular time for me. If a person who is beginner, then I can say a person can build this ability just speaking. I am talking just fluency. A person who is beginner, then I can say 4 to 5 months a person can become fluent in this particular language.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Like, if we
Yeah,
follow the path of English language, definitely that person
yeah.
can do whatever he wants in English language and can be a good speaker of it as well. So, like, in the current scenario, if I ask you that, are you an introvert person or like a extrovert? So, what would you say?
I am an introvert. You can call I am an ambivert. Sometimes
Ambivert,
I will,
in the middle
yeah,
of both.
yeah, in the middle of both. With whom I am comfortable, with those who are family for me, I am a extreme level of extrovert. But
Okay, got it.
I don't want to go to feel. I don't like crowded places. I don't want to go parties. I am the person who just want to sit home, and I just want to person who just like the company of 1 or 2 person, not crowded. You know, it just gives me that kind of irritation that I feel frustrated at it. So yeah, you can call me introvert.
Okay, so is it the same personality that you have right now and when you are in the school life? So, do you have
No,
the same personality?
no, it is same thing. As you know, at the time I was not able to speak as much as I am
Okay,
talking to you. I don't have that kind of confidence. I was not able to do eye contacts also. But with
okay.
time, I have developed these all kinds of things in me, and my partner supported me a lot.
And what is the barrier of English in your life? What do you think?
In my life, particularly, if you're talking
Ah,
about,
yeah, when it comes to English language, is there any difficulty that you face in English?
um, it, no, I think sometimes grammar makes me confused, but I know that I will learn that rule, and then I will work upon it. But you know, managing all the things, grammar, listening, watching, vocabularies, and beside that, you are preparing content for your YouTube channel. So the managing all these things can be a challenge. But for language, I can say nothing. I don't think that any particular section will be a challenge for me. No, I am a person that can grab the vocabularies. I am the person who can do reading. So I don't think so.
Okay, as you mentioned about the grammar, whenever you convey or whenever you connect with anyone, so you face a kind of difficulties grammar, and there is a huge debate between grammar and the fluency. People prefer majority of the time people say that you don't have to focus on grammar. Instead, you guys, if you focus on fluency and all like that, so other people won't care about your grammatical mistakes. According to you, what is important? But because I believe grammar is more important than fluency. According to me, I don't know. I just want to know your perspective.
Um, According to me, grammar is not very, very, very important. I will say whole grammar. You don't have to read all the topics of grammar which we have studied in our school time. You know, for speaking, there are tenses, prepositions, articles, but not you have to just have an idea of these topics. You know, with time this will become more easier to you. If you will start with grammar, then you will confuse, then you will feel confusion in your mind. Then I have to apply this rule, or I have to apply this rule, where I have to use had, have, has, and where I have to use was, rule. So with time this skill can be developed. But I think not only grammar is a reason so that a person can't learn English. I don't think so. Speak first. Start just speak, and when you start and when you push your mind to make a sentence, whatever you know. I know everyone will do grammatical mistakes, but if you will wait that I will become fluent when I will learn grammar properly, then
Okay.
I think you will never start to speak, because grammar
Okay.
is not a short thing. This is my opinion.
Yeah, it takes a lot of time. To be honest, like when the COVID was going on, at the time I started learning about the grammar part and all like that. I mean, during 3 months I learned about the grammar, and then later on I started my journey of speaking. Gradually I would say. So I believe grammar is more important because it took a lot of time. Because I was a beginner at the time, I didn't have any knowledge about all those things. So I learned a lot of things, and the during the lockdown. So like I was asking you, if suppose if you are having a conversation with anyone, maybe like as you are talking to me right now, and if I ask a question that you don't have any idea about, I mean you don't know the answer of that question, so at this scenario what would you do?
At that scenario, I will accept that I don't have any knowledge about it. If you have that something and if you have asked that question, then obviously you will have the answer. So I will ask that question to you. That tell
That's
me about that thing for me, because
that's right.
in this world lots of things are there and we are not aware of about everything. If you
Okay.
will ask any question about share market, then I am not able to give any answer to you, because I don't have any knowledge about that field. So I will ask, and if I am the person that who is curious to know.
Okay, so like it means rather than trying to answer or rather than trying to wrong answer, you would prefer asking the same
Yeah,
question to the
I
person
will. Yeah,
whom
I will
the
accept
person
it. I
asked.
don't have any knowledge about
Ah,
it.
I love it because I also follow the same technique.
Yeah,
Once I feel stuck, so I just simply ask, I don't know. I'm really sorry for that. But after this conversation, definitely I'm gonna search about this topic and we'll try to know about these
yeah,
things.
that
And I follow.
happens because we also feel that someone asked that question and we are not able to give the answer. So we will do our work at the back of the path.
Okay. And actually, I have one more problem. Like, I'm very bad at topics. Like, the reason I don't know the general things about the topics, it could be any topics, right? So I stuck sometimes. But there are few topics that I have learned, I have read a lot, so I can easily speak. But sometimes there are so many people who put these kind of topic that are not aware of for us. So at the time, I stuck. In this situation, what I consider myself, like, I'm very bad at English. So, like, should we consider our English is bad in that scenario? Like, what should we consider?
I think the problem is not English language. It's just about our criteria. It's just about our knowledge, general knowledge, we can say. English is just a language by which we can communicate. But if I don't have any knowledge about share market, so it doesn't mean that I am not able to say that thing. I will say easily that I don't have any idea about share market. So then English language is different, and if you don't have any knowledge about any particular topic or any particular field, that is a different thing. It's all depend on our surroundings also. It's depend if a person who is introvert who is living inside the home, then how he or she will be able to get all the knowledge which is going on in the world. So I think if you are judging a person on this behalf, then I don't feel resonate with that.
Okay, because just because of this reason, I've been insulted a lot of time by many other people, other co-learners, like who were better than me in English language, because I joined many groups, like where there are a bunch of groups, bunch of people discuss on a particular topics, and when I in the past when I would enter in those groups and my turns would come, at the time was not able to speak, but I follow new technique right now. I use ChatGPT now. I just
Yeah,
grab the points of the topic and try to speak in my way, so I follow this technique. So is it good or not? Like,
yeah,
should we?
it is good actually. I'm also trying to do that. There are lots of conversation on YouTube, and as we are not discussing any particular topic, but in those conversations there will be a particular topic. So what I do sometimes, not every time, but sometimes when I feel something like that, what I do, I put the question in ChatGPT and I just give the command and debate on this topic. If I will
Okay,
able to say something, then I will say. But if I am not able to say something, then I will give the second command to just tell me about this topic more. Then I
okay,
will do again the debate. So this way you
great.
can improve your debating skill. Actually. Not
Yeah,
debating,
that's
you will be able to show your opinions. You will be able to say your opinions about the topic.
so what I do, sometimes when I don't have any thing to say. So suppose you are talking about a particular topic. So what I am gonna do, I'm just gonna pick few words or few lines that you have mentioned with it, during uh the pitch, and I would repeat the same thing. And in the same pitch, I will pick few points, the critical points, and I will pose in front of that person. So I follow that technique, and so what happens? The other person also replies on those things, and the debate goes ahead. So this technique I follow sometimes.
Yeah, this is also a better way to communicate with someone and for enhancing your knowledge also.
Okay.
This can
So
be
like
done.
apart from your partner, is there anyone who supports you in your English journey?
I always have supported persons. In school time there was a teacher. In my college time, a ma'am was there, and I am still in her contact.
Oh,
So
great.
yeah, I am still in her contact. And after that, when I just complete my college, then I started my preparation journey. And between that duration, in that duration, I was not focusing on my English because I have done masters, so I have lots of syllabus to read. So that way I was reading. But in that preparation zone, I was not giving any particular focus. I was just preparing English language, English subject for the competition.
Okay. So
Yeah.
like after completion of your graduation, you did master, right?
Yes.
What is the duration of master English literature? I mean, whatever you did,
2 years.
2 years. So like, what is the motto of doing master in English language? Just because of English or something else?
Yeah, just because of English. I don't, in my area, there was limited courses you have to
Okay.
do. Yeah. If a person wants to do BA, then he can go for BA. But I am the person who never want to do BA.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Like as you are from Rajasthan, so there are few places that I know, Udaipur and Jaipur. There are only two places that I know. So like I just want to know a little bit about like Rajasthan. The I know like dal bhat. No, dal bati. What we call it.
Yes.
It's a very
Dal
famous in
bati churma.
Rajasthan. Yeah. Even though we also eat like within a month we just make it once.
Okay.
So apart from like I just want to know a little bit about Rajasthan. Just anything like you have any idea about Rajasthan, you can share with me.
In Rajasthan, I can say, as you mentioned, dal bati churma is a famous dish. We make this dish on every festival, in Diwali times.
Okay.
In the time of Holi, we will make it. Okay, this is, we can say, signature dish of Rajasthan. So, and beside that, we have on the day of Govardhan Puja,
Govardhan.
we have, yeah, we have a specialist which we call Annakut Prasad.
What did you say?
Annakut, Annakut.
Is it a kind of sweet?
No, it is. Is it? It is a mixture of rice and what we call bajra in English, millet. I think. Yeah, cooked millets and curry and some vegetable. So we all mix this, and there will be some sweets also if someone wants to add that. But I'm not the person who will add sweet in my that recipe. So in that way, we have that.
Okay. So
Yeah,
the curry that you're talking about, that is made by, chach, that we call
yeah.
matha.
That is
Okay.
a
Just
simple curry
okay.
which
Just
we
today
have.
I had it before
That's
in the
great.
breakfast I had it.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's great.
Uh, okay. Like, in Udaipur and Jaipur, there are so many MNC companies. Do you have any idea about this thing?
Actually, I don't have any
You
idea
don't
about
have.
this because
Okay.
I don't have explored Rajasthan very much.
Okay, so maybe you have a kind of a general knowledge about the Rajasthan. Suppose if I go to Rajasthan, maybe in Udaipur or Jaipur, in order to do any kind of job, like in MNC companies, and if I find any kind of room or like 1 BHK, so how much would I cost? Like, do you have any idea about this?
Actually, I don't have any idea
You
about it.
don't have a
I can tell you about Gurgaon because I
Gurgaon.
live there. My husband
Okay, you
works.
live in Gurgaon.
My husband works in
Ek.
Big Four company. He works in Deloitte company. So we have
Like,
to,
yeah, it's
yeah,
one of the best organization.
yeah. He
Deloitte.
started accountant by profession, so he lives in Gurgaon.
Okay.
So
Maybe
I
like
can tell
Gurgaon.
you idea about Gurgaon, but in Rajasthan, I don't have any idea. I
I
can
mean,
tell
I
you
mean,
about
according to
PG.
me, like, yeah.
In Rajasthan, I can tell you about PG, but for particular VHK or a room, I don't have any idea.
But when it comes to like Gurgaon, that is very expensive, according to me,
Yeah,
because I have few friends.
it
So like
is
that is very
very
costly.
expensive.
Yeah.
Very
But
expensive.
the on the other side, like we also get. I mean, like if anybody is working in those kind of cities, so they also pay good amount. Like the companies also pay good amount, so we can manage all those things.
Yeah, you can say we can manage all those things because there is a difference if you are living in a metro city and if you are living in a normal city. There will be lots of facilities, and when you have that facilities, you will pay normally.
Okay, so like since childhood you have been lived in Rajasthan, and after getting married you moved to Gurgaon. So
Yeah,
what is the difference that you are facing? Like what are the difficulties you have faced so far? Maybe in traffic or something else like.
yeah. Traffic is you can see a problem there. And in this rainy season, I belongs from a village, but I have never seen those potholes and those water blocks in this rainy season. But in Gurgaon, it has become like ocean. I feel scared when after after some hours of rain, you have to go outside. Then I have that feeling of scare that I don't. We don't know where you have those big potholes. And another thing is, uh, people in Rajasthan and in which place I have gone, they communicate with each other.
Okay.
They don't have any connection. If I will talk about neighbors, then they will talk with each other. But in Gurgaon, I have seen that nobody talks with each other. They just have that routine, just 9 to 5 routine. They just wake up and just do all those things. Maybe it can be different for me because I lives at home, and those families which are besides me, they all are going to offices. So maybe this can be a reason, but I realize that thing that sometimes it happens that you feel monotonous because you don't have someone with whom you can have a conversation.
Yeah, I also observe that, like when it comes to urban cities,
And
like which are
yeah,
developed, so they are being, like kind of Western type of countries.
yeah,
A few days ago, I was watching a reel of a guy who who is from, who just working in London, and there were so many houses, like a kind of a bungalow, we can say home. So in one bungalow, there was a kind of a fire was going on, like a fire in a house, and in neighbors nobody was there, like only the fire brigade came and just
yeah.
tried to to do fix it the thing, so
In
they
metro
don't also
cities,
care.
you will not have those kind of connections.
Yeah.
And the other thing which I noticed in that living style, people like show off.
Yeah, that's true.
They love to do show off. If something you can buy in less price, they will not prefer. They will go to the higher price and then then they will purchase and they will do show off. Then they will do tell you this thing I have bought this and I
Yeah.
have purchased this. So these kind of things I have seen. But
Actually, every day
yes,
I
I will.
see it, to be honest. Like, I see this thing every day. Like, suppose I live here and in front of my there is a house, and suppose I have bought a 10 lakh rupees car. So the other person who is living in front of me, they will bought 15 lakhs car. So it happens in reality. They show off. They try
Yeah,
to
it
pull
happens.
other people
But
down.
I think in metro cities I feel it more. Everybody wants to do growth and we have that we can say what we call this competitive feeling in our mind. We just want to go ahead and we don't want that someone should be ahead from us. It is
Yeah,
a
that
practical
is
thing. It is a practical thing and we have to accept it. There is no I can say no obstacle between that because it is a way of life. uh, and the second thing is, but the way you express your thoughts, sometimes it can be disrespectful for someone. So that way
that is
is
true.
different. That way is wrong. You should go for 15 lakh car, you should go for 50 lakh car, that doesn't matter, but the way you are communicating with someone, the way you are showing your opinions,
Kindness. Yeah.
yeah, that makes a difference. So that will
Yeah, that
you
is true.
find in the metro cities, I think. In
Yeah, but
mobile
in
definitely.
villages, in village areas or rural areas, like something is happening. So suppose that if I got injured, so everybody will gather. But in cities, it doesn't happen like that.
Yeah, it
And
doesn't.
metro cities, like, yeah.
It doesn't.
Okay, so like,
I feel.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
No, right now, yes, I'm going to put you in a critical situation. It's going to be hypothetical question, and you don't have to, take it seriously because it's a hypothetical question. So you
Okay.
have to answer according to your mindset.
Okay.
Suppose you are having a conversation with a person. Suppose you are having a conversation with me, and I have a lot of followers, and the followers that follow me, they are in your area, maybe 10,000 people, and those 10,000 people know you, and right now you are having a conversation with me on a live, you know and I suddenly starts abusing you, insulting
Yes.
you, you know uh, saying very bad thing about you. And now, how do you handle this situation?
Uh, just give me a second to think. Uh, First
Yeah, I
of all,
think, take a
if
time.
some I am a person who can't bear abusive words, So first of all, I will leave the conversation because I will not bear that.
Okay.
And the second thing can be, I am not sure about it, but can be that I will make a post and I will tell this because you don't have any right to do and you don't have any right. It doesn't matter that you have millions of followers, but respect
That's
is respect, in my opinion. Or the second thing can be, I will leave the chat, I will make a post, and I will I will just block that person. I am that kind of
okay.
person. Something hits me, and if it is about abusive words, I'm not going to tolerate that.
Okay. So, like, would you say something on the live chat, or like after
No,
having a conversation, will you
no,
launch an
I
FIR
am
and all?
not that kind of person who will invest my energy in those kind of nonsense.
Okay.
I will suddenly leave the chat.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
okay. Okay, great. So another hypothetical question I would like to ask you. You are just in the new city. Nobody knows you, even though you also don't know anyone. And there are so many, gangsters or like goons, rowdy people. And you are just walking on the street, and suddenly a lady, a second lady, she's also, dangerous. I mean, she is a rowdy. She comes from rowdy family, and she just pushes back you, and just because of that, you falls down, you know right now. After that, how do you handle that situation? Because if you stands and starts fighting with that girl, with that lady, so maybe she can destroy you, or maybe she can kill you. Or if you try to reach any like police station, they are not going to support you because those lady controls everything. So in that situation, what would you do? Would you ask for like sorry, or like what would you do exactly?
I will leave the place, I
We'll
think,
leave the place.
silently.
After that, after that,
Silently. After that, I don't think I am going to do anything. I will not do any complaint because I know all the practical things.
okay.
You know, in my thought process is that the person who is doing these kind of things now, he or she is the foolish person in front of me. I don't want to
Okay.
react. You know, I want to control my reaction because things happens when you react wrong way, in wrong way. If I will do complaint, then what will happen? Nobody is going to support me in that city.
That's true.
I don't know anybody, so I can't call a person. I can't make a call and say something to that person, and he or she will came and she will fight for me. And as a girl, first of all, my safety is will be my priority. So I think it can be, I think you will not resonate with me, but I will go silently from there, and I will not do any reaction for that person. Yeah, I am that kind of person.
So,
I
to
don't
be
want to
honest,
make a scene.
I will also do the same thing. If I don't know anything about about the
Yeah.
city where I'm living, and any incident happens to me, definitely I'm gonna keep silent. But the next thing I'm gonna do, once I leave my city, and once go to my own city, then I'm gonna launch an FIR, and I'm gonna do
Yeah,
everything whatever
this
I can do it.
this can
So
happen
that
when,
I will do it.
yeah, this can happen when, if you are talking about me, this can happen when I will return to the place where I know some people and where I know the place where I can't do process. You know, in your family place you have contacts, you have those approaches, but at unknown places I am not going to take that risk because I am not going to make these kind of scenarios. That is my thought process.
Okay. So, like, before asking another questions, I just would like to know, do you have any time to talk, or like, would you like to wrap up this call? Because I have a lot of question, I can go on and on like that. So it depends on you. That's the reason I'm asking you.
Okay, you can go ahead.
Okay. So I'm gonna ask a hypothetical question. It's related to politics, but I'm not gonna name any politics name or party name. So can I ask?
Okay, I will try to give answer because
Okay.
I don't have any interest in politics, but you can ask.
Okay. So there is a team, a politician team, and there is a second team. Earlier, earlier you were in the B team, but suddenly what happens? The A team gives you a lot of money, a lot of money. So what did you do? You just enters into the A team. Right now you left it, and after that election happens, and you won the election of your area, and now you are in the A team. After some times, maybe after 6 months or 1 year, you started realizing that A team is a corrupt, corrupt, and the B team where you were working before, they are good. The B team is good, but right now you cannot leave the A team. The reason your children are studying in USA, and they have to pay fees, a lot of fees, and for that you need money, and there is no other way to make money, because A team is giving you a lot of money, but once you go to the B team, they are not gonna give you, because you all have already left the team. But now you also love your country, your people, where you live, you want to serve for your country, right? And you have two options, only two people or two management can help you out, whether it be a management or a person. Okay. So A is the terrorist.
Okay.
Terrorist can help you out in that situation, but
Okay.
they are demanding the defense system, the formula of defense system of your country. They
Yeah.
need it, and if
Okay.
you provide them, and you know all the information about the defense system of your country, so you can give the information and they can help you out. At the second, on the second point is that you can ask the opposition party where you were before, but you have to apologize and everything, and you have to bow down, in front of them and all like that. So what would you prefer in that situation? Where will you go?
I think if you are calling a person who has taken bribe for joining a party, so I don't think that it is a good thing. But in politics, it happens. We all know. So I will say if he has some feelings for his country, so he will not go for terrorism, for help, and I think he have to say sorry to his earlier party.
Okay, but only sorry or like because they are gonna tell you that just because of money you left our party and all like that, and why you
That is
also
too weird. That
now
is
you need money and you are coming back. Why?
because it is like it is like selfishness. I can say
Okay,
there is no feeling of patriotism. I what I am feeling now, if you are describing all these kind of story, because if he has some values, then why he will change his party just for winning? He he has just changed the party because of his own selfishness. He has to send his children to USA. He has to live a luxurious life. So I think if he will go for terrorist, then it can be risky for his life and
okay,
his family, and there will be no ending of these amounts. But those who are known to us, those who are known to him, he can manage with that, with them somehow.
okay,
So I think he
okay,
option
lovely.
B.
Okay, great. Because I have a lot of answer for this particular question, but I'm not gonna tell you because we can say a lot of things. Like suppose if I'm asking support for the B party where I was, so what I can say if they say that you also left our party just because of money. So what I'm gonna tell you that because I didn't know whether the A party was good or right, but once I got into the A party, I started realizing that this party is corrupt. So now I got to realize that there's a reason I have come here. you know Apart from that, I have another chance. I can also go to terrorists and can give the information of defense system. They can also help me. Instead of going there, I have come to you because I know you are a good party, because I was in your party before, so I know very well. That's the reason I'm begging you, and all those things I'm gonna tell you that, so we can also answer in that way, right? So okay, so the another hypothetical question: suppose if you are given only 10 rupees, okay, and you have to survive 24 hours, and you don't have any house, you are a beggar, you are living on the street, like a beggar, and you cannot drink a water for 24 hours, and you have to survive with 10 rupees. What are you gonna eat with that rupee 10 rupees?
With that 10 rupees, what I want to eat. Actually, nothing comes in 10 rupees nowadays. But if you have asked, then let me think.
Yeah, there are so many things that we can eat. I don't know whether in your city or not.
First of all, if that situation will come, I can go for a packet of biscuits, which
Okay,
which can make me satisfied for some time. I don't. I'm not saying that it will make me feel fulfilled, but
so
it
like,
can give me some
are you
kind
are
of.
you are you saying that you are gonna buy the 10 rupees of packet of biscuit, right? And you are gonna eat it in one go, like would you like to divide
No,
in few parts, and
not
after
in
few hours
one go.
you?
Not in a one go. I will divide it. And is there any donation kind of help for that person?
No, no, nothing. You have to
Nothing.
survive, I mean, with that rupees.
With that rupees, in 10 rupees. I'm not able to understand how anyone can survive with 10 rupees for a day.
Okay. If
What?
any, if in case if any situation comes into your life, and if you feel the same situation, so like how would you survive? Like think about it. Like there are so many things, because anything can happen with our life. So
Yeah,
we
I'm
have to
not
be prepared
saying
for
that
that. Now,
anything can happen.
by the way, like we can survive with the 10 rupees of biscuit. I believe so. We can divide in after
Yeah,
few hours we
this
can
is
eat it and we
what
can
I
survive.
am
I
saying.
believe. Yeah, that's true.
This is the thing which I want to say to you.
Yeah,
Because in 10
and the
rupees, I
cheapest
think,
biscuit is the Parle Ji, I believe.
yeah,
Cheapest biscuit that we can eat it.
in COVID time,
Yeah,
it becomes a big help for those who have to go outside from that place.
yeah, great. I know very well that I have seen a lot of videos. They ate with the water, with the help of water like that. I have seen a lot of videos even,
So
and like okay, great. Okay, do you have any question? Right now, I'm not able to recognize anything.
I don't have any question.
Okay, so I just would like to wrap up this conversation asking 5 questions. So can I go ahead? It's a kind of a rapid question that the first question, what is the best piece of advice you have ever heard or received?
Don't react when someone is angry in front of
Okay, great, lovely. And what is the worst advice you have ever received?
you. Go and fight with that person.
Okay, where did you get it? Where did you get this advice?
Some kind of
You made it one by one. Okay,
you know we have some kind of persons who are very angry in their behavior.
okay,
They can give you these kind of advices.
okay, okay, got it. Okay, and so if you had to change one law of all the country, what would it be?
One law. Uh, I think medical can be free for everyone.
I cannot hear. Sorry.
I can say the medical treatment can be given
Okay,
free
medical
for
treatment.
yeah.
Okay, you will come up with new law of medical treatment. Yeah, that's good. I have never ever thought about it because I asked to many people the same question, but nobody answered in that way. Okay, great.
Because if a
Okay,
person will survive, then he can do lots of things.
yeah, that's true. And the fourth question is that if you have to change one habit of your life that you have been doing for a couple of years, and that is stopping you or resisting you, preventing you to do something big in your life. So, what would you do? I mean,
Procrastination.
what did? Okay, yeah,
Procrastination.
this is the same problem that many of thousands of
I
people
do
are
it.
facing it.
I do this many times, and at last I have to regret.
Okay, and what the fifth question and last? What advice would you like to give to younger generation?
Don't waste your time. Don't waste your time on reels, on Instagram, on YouTube, in those kind of content which are not adding any values in your life. Use these
Okay,
kind of facilities for making your life, build your career. Because if you are able to build your career, then nothing is going to stop you.
okay. So, did you enjoy the session?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It is my
Okay,
first
did you
time
feel
that is going on for
bored? Did
15
you
minutes.
feel bored at the time?
No, no, no. I don't feel bored at any time.
Okay, God. Thus, thank you so much joining on my podcast, and I literally enjoy having a conversation with you. I know I have put a lot of questions which were critical and contradict as well, but you answered in a very calm manner, and I loved it the way you convey your thoughts. Thank you so much again
Thank you.
to be
Thank
part
you
of my
for
podcast.
inviting me and thank you for having this long duration conversation with me. Thank you, sir.
It's my pleasure to have you on my podcast. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Bye.
thank
Have a
you.
nice day. Keep learning. Never ever skip a single day of learning. Bye.
Okay, thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.